It should be on awareness shot. Oh, I got a connection here. Maybe it's just a lag.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Ta-da!
I think it's bloody working. Well, I got a connection here. Maybe it's just a lag. You'll probably want to turn the volume off.
There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody, peeps.
We finally made it. We did.
5 watching.
And we're trying out a new camera tonight, so this is kind of cool and trendiferous. We can do all sorts of interesting stuff with it.
But my God, is there a lag?
Of course,
Hello,
there's a
Anita.
lag. There's always a lag.
Hello, Sue. If anybody has a question, let us know. We're getting the cards ready.
So we're live on both Facebook and YouTube right now. So we dearly love to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're watching us on Facebook, look us up on YouTube and smash that like, subscribe, all those fine buttons.
Hi, Angela.
We need your support.
Angela is the Phoenix Flames lady.
Oh, hello.
We were just discussing Phoenix Flames today.
Curiously enough, we were.
And we have an evil plan.
A plan so cunning you could pin a table.
We want to execute, but we'll talk to you about it. Yes, we're reading, Sue. What is your question?
We have to wait for the lag. There'll be a slight satellite delay. As you do. Well,
hello, Cindy.
Somebody chime in and say hello if you're watching us on YouTube, because I've got YouTube up on here, and Lisa has Facebook.
Well, we have 9 people watching. And,
there's people watching us on YouTube, but they haven't said anything yet. So.
Ooh, always in for an evil plan. I'm intrigued. And Rebecca just joined us. So, Sue, what's your question? I wrote you down as number 1. We want to do some promotion of Phoenix Flames, but I will PM you. Hi, Anna. Anita and business. Okay.
Look at that. She's got it going on. There you go. Peeps is now watching us. So say hi, people. I love this. There's a bit of satellite delay. I have noticed that. So it's going to be interesting and fun and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
So yeah. So how is everybody? I hope you're doing all right. Raising Stake Tarot. Steak. God, what's wrong with my eyesight? Raising Savak Tarot. So I'm going to say hi to you. So
all right. Rebecca, what's your question? Anna, what's your question? Sue, I've got yours. Angela, okay. Diana D from Wales. Diane D. In general, okay. Jochen va.
Yeah. Jochen va. Well, that's thank you.
That's thank you, yeah.
It's Nosweth da. She used to be saying to people, good evening.
Good evening, Nosweth da. Yeah, no, I'm reading Jochen va.
Oh, right then.
Sorry.
That's all we need, another bloody language.
Yeah, we have. Okay.
Hey, it's Erin. How you doing? God, we haven't seen you in 1,000 years. Long time no see. Yeah. Welcome. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, it's been a while. That's for sure. If you have a question, by the way, just chime in and we'll.
And Rebecca, what's your question? And then we'll start answering.
We could. We could talk about the weather. It's been beautiful.
Yes, it has been beautiful.
It's a day without snow. It's like one of those Enya records, isn't it?
All right.
What you got?
May peace be with you. Oh, you can see the sign.
You can see all sorts on here. Yes. Yeah, we tried to vacuum up a bit, but you never know. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of people now watching us.
So will you do the first one?
Of course. Who's this for?
This is for Sue. She has lost her husband, and she's wondering if there's any message from him.
Oh gosh, so in at the deep end. I'm not.
In at the deep end.
I'm not. I don't really. Yeah. People.
I know you're not a channeler, but.
Was he a gardener? Were you a gardener? Do you share this? Because what we've got here is, gosh, I can't really see what we're looking at. I could zoom in on the card. I could do that.
No,
then we'd have to
you
zoom
can
out
see it a lot better than you think.
Oh, that's good.
Look at that. Yeah.
All right. So this is my constant gardening card, and it really is about just doing what's necessary. And I just want to say, what is remembered lives. It is extremely hard when you lose, something so close. And yes, it takes an awful lot of adjustment. But please understand that we're all part of the universe, singing in praise of itself. You can consider, if you will, the wave that gets whipped up in the ocean and builds into this huge crest and comes to shore and then smashes on the shore, and you think, where's the wave gone? Did it die? Well, no, it was still part of the ocean, and it still is. And so you can still connect with your husband. That's definitely, because the imprint remains. It's there. But I think for you, this kind of just taking care of what's necessary. Just literally, there's no massive adjustment necessary.
I'm getting a whole download of stuff.
She's
so
getting a
when
whole
you're done,
download, so that's fine. That's totally fine. Just what's going on here? They've raked the ground. They've pulled out any big sticks and stones and all that. They've planted the seeds. They've watered the seeds. They've thinned the seeds out, and just with patience and constant attention, look what bloomed. And that's really what it is. That this. Yes, it hurts and it's very difficult, but I promise you, you will get through this. And in doing so, it doesn't devalue that closeness that you still have.
All right.
I'm going to throw that
I want to say two things about it. I want to say be really patient with yourself.
Yes.
Because nobody can put a time frame on when you should be over it. So be patient with yourself. But the other thing, I think he was getting about garden. What came into my head, Sue, was an old Methodist or Christian hymn called "I Come to the Garden Alone." And it's, it gave me goosebumps. So I think you should just YouTube, Google, or whatever, "I Come to the Garden Alone." And I think there's a message in there for you. All right. Sorry about that.
So Michelle says hi. Hello, Michelle. Great. Gosh, yes, and Savak would love a card for love.
What's the name?
Well, I guess it's Aaron, but
Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay, because I have to make note and put
okay. And Gilda would like a card for love as well.
Okay.
So hi, Gilda.
Nancy, I'm going to choose career path. Cindy. Nancy, do you have a question? Dana, do you have a question? Dana Coulard. And Alicia, guidance relating to 9 to 5.
Sheena Easton. Huh?
All right. So this next question is for Anita.
Well,
she wants to know if her business plan is going to be a success.
Plan so cunning you could pin a tail.
I think this is a resounding yes. And you see, I'll always love to point out that the bad shit's going away. So I think when you're making some kind of business plan, you definitely want to focus on the good. And then you kind of ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And have a contingency to deal with what is the worst that could possibly happen. But then know that you have that you have the security of that, and you're going to be fine. And then move ahead focused on what's the best that can happen. So I think this is really good. And many times this card is also about an offer. So I think that's good.
An offer you can't refuse, eh?
Okay.
Gilda says, hi, you two. I missed you guys.
Hi, Gilda.
I'm so glad your health is doing great, Erin. That's great. And your business is amazing. Perfect. Who could ask for more?
All right.
What we got now?
You are on Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca.
How shall she expand her business?
Oh, goodness. Growth by acquisition. Buy up the competition. It's the American word. No. Well, this doesn't suck as a card, does it? This really does indicate things are going to go tremendously well for you. I think the only thing for you, and this is the tricky one, the little message of the little old snail that we've got going there.
Yeah.
That snail, little more patience, How long must we wait until waiting is done? Damn it! But how long is that? Yes, patience. Just again, there's a kind of mirroring of the constant gardener card there. It's just take your time. And always do it to the absolute, don't cut any corners. This is very much about, using your sort of Venus energy to really make sure it's a class act that's going down here. So really keep it classy, and you'll do really well. Just you got it. Yeah, just time is all it takes. And I was only partly joking about growth by acquisition.
All right, Julie Jules. You've never been to the shop. You need to check it out.
You do.
Yes, you do.
You do.
And Samaj and Julie Jules, if you have questions, just let me know.
Hey, Samaj.
All right, next one is for Anna. How to improve her relationship. Okay.
What's going to happen quickly?
Well, this is interesting. This card is known as Swift Action. Swift Action. But it's, for some reason in my mind, I connect it to the rune Isa. And I don't know why, Anna, I'm talking to you in rune because we're doing tarot card readings, but I got to go with what I'm getting. So the rune Isa means ice. And it's like a wall or coming against something. So its message is really more about not being hasty, not making your move too quickly. So even though this card is like 8 wands shooting through the air and it usually means swift action, I think in your case, how to improve your relationship is to slow down a little bit and not expect the other person to be on the same page at the same time. Just be happier in the same book and let things kind of grow naturally. So that's what I would say about that.
You notice there's a theme already for this particular... There's always that...
There's always a theme.
Always that weird kind of overlying or underlying kind of current.
Bridget, I just almost missed her. She's got a job.
She's got a job?
Okay.
Jobs are good.
Sue says, I just listened to the song that you mentioned and my father used to sing it. Well, I guess that means that your husband has some kind of connection to your father. Yes, what we're doing now is free. There's no fee.
There is no fee.
But you just got to get in the line and be patient because we got already 15
and that's
here.
the fourth time patience comes up.
All right. Yeah, tonight's theme is patience, I think.
It's not very good for me.
We always say that whoever gathers in our little sacred space, and we consider this a cyber sacred space, that whoever gathers in this sacred space is meant to hear whatever comes out for whoever asks the question. So even though you might not have a question about your love life, the answer may speak to something that's going on in your life. So just, listen up to everybody's answers and let it be like that pool of energy, of an oversoul of what we're doing here tonight.
Like the zeitgeist.
The zeitgeist. All right.
What we got now. She's gotten lost. She's reading
all right.
stuff.
You have Angela would like some information about a holiday.
A holiday?
It's been
Holidays
interesting.
are wonderful, yes. It's been a long time locked down. The Hierophant. I think this needs to be more of an educational pursuit of a holiday, not just bollocks to this and we're going to go somewhere sunny and put our feet in
Busman's.
Yeah, I think there's something going on here where you grow as a result of it, which I think is kind of cool, The Hierophant is a really interesting, certainly for me, whenever the Hierophant pops up in somebody's reading, that's always about life lessons. And it sometimes is the ones that we resist the most, but the ones that we desperately want the answers to. So it can be, another learning experience can be sometimes disruptive or discomforting or frustrating in some way. But only if you resist the lesson, if you get that bit of, oi, Angela, nudge, 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 and it only turns into a bit of clue by four around the side of the head. So I think there's a higher purpose, whilst it would be nice to just go and stick your feet in the ocean or whatever, I'm sure you can do that. So long as you've got a higher purpose here, and this is almost like a busman's holiday, or you're bringing something, or you're gaining something from it, I think it would be really good for you.
Yeah, it's like you have to give something to get it.
You've got to give it to get it. Yeah, she's exactly. That's so well put. That's
So New York of me.
New York. New York.
All right.
I'm from Birmingham. I should come with a
Diana
translator.
D, our Welsh Diane D, Diane D, just said in general. So let me just.
Erin says she's laughing her ass off. She loves us too, and she's missed this energy. Well, tune in. We've got lots coming. We're going to try and get online a lot more in March. We've made
got some
that
evil
kind
plans.
of commitments. Yes, we have some plans.
All right. This is Diane D. Now, this is about making choices. And sometimes we feel like there are too many things to choose from. But I think that sometimes it's better to like step back and examine the details. Get very Virgo with it. Look at everything that's hidden or the fine print kind of thing. Because when you look, you can see some things look amazing and other things look pretty damn scary. So I think the next couple of months are really focusing on choices, making the right choices, and being very careful with obtaining the proper information before making a choice. So again, patience.
Patience.
All right.
There's your thing. Can you go back and tweak Erin's question, because she would like now to just have a general question.
A
general question. And Darlene would ask anything general for me too. So
okay, I got her on the list. So we will get to everybody.
We will. At this stage, we're going to get to everybody.
So Nessa is next. It's your turn with a general.
We have generals?
General! Corporal!
Bit of a difference there. General chaos.
Oh.
General! Okay, so this could mean one of two things whenever this pops up. I think for both Lisa and I, this can indicate a minor surgery. But it can also indicate a really necessary heart healing for you, that you've probably been through the mill, that you feel, honestly, literally run through emotionally. And it's difficult sometimes to... your heart is very vulnerable, but don't close it off to the world. If you do, you tend to lock the bad in with it. Do you know what I mean? If you build a dirty great big keep around your heart, none shall pass, you tend to also lock in the bad stuff, and it doesn't let the healing come in. So, moving forwards from difficult situations, especially with an emotional level, can be very difficult. It can, but move forwards you must. And again, allow yourself the patience and the time to really, fully recuperate from this.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll be able to look back, and it won't smart so much. And I think you'll have a deeper understanding of the why, because sometimes we scream why at the top of our voice to the universe, and the universe doesn't want to tell us. Not at that time, because we just don't have the ears or the eyes to see it, the ears to hear it or the eyes to see it. Okay? I don't know if that's any good. I hope it is. I
feel like, this year has just been so hard on so many people.
Yeah.
All
well,
right.
last year was a doozy, and this year didn't start too well. But this too shall pass, I firmly believe it.
All right. This is for Dana. What does the universe tell her?
What you got?
5s indicate struggle. And when people first look at this card, they think, oh, look, he's won. He's chased everybody off, and he's picking up all of the swords. But my little one-liner for this card is a hollow victory. So somebody may think they got one over on you, or that they're better than you, or that they're very full of themselves, and they're trying to take credit for something you did. But I feel like there's a kind of falsehood to it, and that the truth will come out, and that you will feel a lot better about the situation or the person. So I think some things have to be worked out, and I don't think that they truly have all the control.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Somebody only has power over you if you cede it to them. That is very true. Okay, so we've got a lot of flux going on tonight, and I love this. So Gilda says she wants to switch her card over to information from spirit, really, for her, because she's feeling impatient and imbalanced with the two little ones. Don't know if it's being by ourselves, but lately it's a bit much, and I'm just tired of yelling. Thank you much.
Okay.
Velcro, Gilda. Velcro.
All right.
That's
You're up next for Aaron's card in general.
Hang on. Sparky says hi and would like a card regarding love. Okay.
Okay, got that.
All right. So
Got another
I think we're there. Yeah. Sorry, and I'm
You're
on
up
where?
with Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron for general. There you go.
Aaron wants a general. Right. Carry on then. King of Cups. Now this is kind of an interesting card. This, and I think I'm going to be very direct with this because you need to stop trying quite so hard to be liked. Do you know what I'm saying there? Just be. My grandfather's just coming in here and just yelling at me, and oh bless him. So he's saying, "Hey lass, what they think others think of these, none of your business. What they think of these sen is the most important thing." And to put that into English, although that was sort of English. What you think other people think of you doesn't matter, It doesn't matter. What matters is what you think of yourself and whether you honour your own personal sovereignty and whether you honour yourself as a person and not subscribe to some of the shit that you think people are lobbing at you. Because sometimes when we have, areas within our psyche that we're not just totally comfortable with, and by golly, we've all got them, we've all got warts, and it's so easy to find our warts and look at them and point out our failings and all this, but you don't get better by doing that. You just try to bring yourself down. So I think almost there's an element with you to want to overcompensate for that, and so just be, and you will start to find that when you focus on what an incredible individual that you are within there, the universe starts to mirror that right back at you. So that would be my, I don't know if you want to throw anything else in with that one, but no, there you go.
It's the card that I use for my Cancer card, so it is about like nurturing.
Nurture.
Yeah.
Nurture.
All right.
Yes,
Gilda.
nourishment, not punishment.
Gilda.
That's you. So you got it, Gilda. We got your question. I hope we've made it sort of
all right
straight.
I think that the universe is trying to tell you that there is an opportunity for a rebirth and renewal. So I know that you got your hands full, that you have, a big family to take care of and a lot of responsibilities. But I see this as some sort of release and opening. We use this as our card to represent Mabon Apamodran, the divine child of the divine mother. So remember that you are also a divine child. And I think that sunlight is really important for you.
Oh, God, yeah.
And that there is some sort of spiritual awakening and spiritual strength coming. And I don't know, I just feel like I want to tell you, use those rays and work with your chakras. And perhaps you want to find a book called The 7 Rays by Alice Bailey.
Oh.
And that might be some interesting light reading for you.
Light.
Yeah.
Light.
No, Tracy, it's not too late. You just have to ask me the question. All right. You're up with Alicia.
I see what you just did there.
What?
The 7 rays. Light reading.
Light reading.
Put on. So listen, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, do us a favour. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Okay?
Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Yeah,
Please,
we need to
please,
get to
please.
1,000 followers.
Things get so much easier to implement when we do that.
All right.
And we have cunning plans. Now, what do we got?
Alicia
Yes.
wants to know about her 9-to-5 job.
I'm working. 9 to 5. What a way to make it.
We
easy.
love you too, Miss Pam.
Old soul, and don't you know it?
What
gosh.
about her 9-to-5?
Yeah, well, there's 3 3s and 9. That's 3 pyramids there. So anyway, Interesting. All right, so this is going to come a bit odd for you. I think it was William Shakespeare who said, "Some are born great, some would aspire to greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." Whether you realize it or not, Alicia, you have incredible leadership abilities. You're a very profound influencer of other people. And if an opportunity for management presents itself, you are worthy. And I think you would do an extraordinarily
That's so
good
funny
job.
you would say that to her.
Well, you are. You are worthy. Okay. Well, why are you laughing? She's laughing at me.
No, I love it.
Okay, but also you know,
Inside joke.
You know, yeah, okay. You know that you know you're an old soul. Okay. Whenever I get those three pyramids that come up, that is my confirmation of that. So, you know, this ain't your first radio, kid. You've been here before. So use that innate wisdom. Stop second guessing yourself. Yeah? Rely on that innate wisdom within yourself. Go within, you know, for if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. But, you know, your job can be, your 9 to 5 can be so much more if you're willing to accept that. And that's the thing, because I think, you know, it's like the universe wraps up this beautiful present for you and go, oh no, I couldn't possibly, you know, I can't possibly take that.
Yeah.
Because
keeping good karma is learning how to say thank you and accept things as well.
So snatch the bloody hand off, all right?
All right. So
All
Tracy,
right.
I have your question.
Hello,
And
Anna.
Samaj, I changed your question. And hello, Christopher. Not Christopher Hughes, our Christopher Yurta. And do you have another question over there or no?
Well, Anna found us on YouTube. Well, thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for finding us on YouTube. If you'd like a card, just yell.
Yep,
At this
and
stage,
same,
we're going to get everybody in so far.
same here, Christopher. If you have a question, let us know. All right, so I'm up. Will Nancy's daughter move to Colorado?
Well, will she?
I think so. I think she's going to buy property there. This looks very positive. So that's a pretty straightforward question. It looks like as soon as she can, she's going to. And I want to say that there may be a small issue with like a perk test or something to do with water or sewer. But once that gets sorted out, I don't see any issues. So yes, I think she will. I think she really wants to anyway. So
there's worse places to live.
Yeah, well, you'll have another nice place to go on vacation.
There you go.
All right. So Samaj wants to know, how do you see his learning progressing? Like, whatever he's working on. How do you see?
Patience. That is such a loaded question, Samaj. Let's see what we can get here. There's a theme here, isn't it? Look what he got. Look.
Oh dear.
So, what can we say about this? So, listen, I know enough about Feng Shui, Lisa will tell you, to be positively dangerous to fill a thimble. No, maybe not even that much.
Sorry.
But I do know that a house on a hill with a river running past is an extraordinarily good omen, is it not?
It is.
And if you will note that on the base of this card, Samaj, you don't so much have a house on a hill with a river running past, but a bloody palace on a hill with a river running past. So, this indicates to me, particularly, that you should perhaps have higher aspirations of your learning. That maybe it's, you know, I'll just do this because, you know, I can pick this up fairly quickly. Maybe you should throw yourself in a little deeper and think a little bigger, you know? And also for you, because I know you're a smart individual, just remember that you have this potential foible, for want of a better word, of, like a lot of smart people, trying to make things fit the constructs of your understanding rather than allowing your understanding to be broadened. Because, you know, just to boil that down to the lowest possible common denominator, if the only tool you have in your toolbox is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So you need to like broaden that kind of skill set, and particularly, you know, push the envelope a little bit, but at the risk of a pun, no matter how much you push the envelope, it's still stationary.
Yeah, no, I think this is a really great card for learning and
Yes,
fire in the head and coming awake and that kind of stuff.
It's a very positive card, yes,
Yeah,
without doubt. Very positive card. Yeah.
So you move as fast as you want to move. There you go. All right, so I'm up now for Bridget. Will she find a job soon? Bridget, will you find a job soon? Well, this is interesting. Tonight's theme is just so funny. Sometimes when we're really pressed and we really are feeling a little bit desperate, we take just anything to make some money.
Yeah.
So I think that you're going to find a job very soon that will not be the one you keep. All right. I know you don't like to make commitments and break them. I get that. But I feel like you're going to find a job that's beneath you, but will pay the bills. And then I want to say more towards May or June, you're going to find something that really speaks to you and really pays what you're worth. So you might take a temporary thing for a couple of months and pay the bills and slowly get back in to that kind of routine. But then I think more towards May or June, there's something that's just out of reach right now that will be really what you're looking for and more equal to your resume. Okay.
So there.
Darlene, General.
Oh, well.
A General.
Welcome, General Darlene.
You mix them up however you like.
I'll try not to box them because you get very upset with me.
You don't like boxings. No.
Yeah, sure. I'm no good at this. Thank you. What are you doing? Well, she's reading my screen now.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone.
Oh,
okay. All right, this is Darlene, General.
General. Again, this is... I see this very much about perceptions and...
Hi, Chris.
All right, so listen, kid. I got to be nice about this, but really, you need a little bit of an ever so gentle dressing down. Understand, I'm coming at this from a place of love, and this is not a criticism, okay? But what you focus on comes into focus, and I think you focus too much on what's wrong, and what's bent out of shape, and what's oh God, and this and that and the other, and you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to embrace that which is beyond your viewpoint at the moment. If you continue to repeat the same actions, you're going to get the same result. And you are hugely... this card's judgment, and the biggest problem with your judgment is your self-judgment, the judgment of yourself, the way that you listen to the evil twin about, what to do that. What did you step first? Kick him out. Try to really focus on what's right in your life. And I know it's difficult sometimes when you've got this effing great big cloud above your head. It's really hard to remember a sunny day or the sun coming out again. And if it's just peeing down with rain, it can be soul destroying. And I understand that, it's been hard and it's been difficult, but a new day is coming. The light is on the horizon. There's the opportunity. And this, if you look at the card particularly, is very much about a renaissance, if you will, an awakening from the doldrums. I mean, these people have been dead for so long, but they've been awakened by the blast of the trumpet there. And you'll notice that there are 7 tones coming out of it as well. So this is also indicative that maybe a little work on your chakras, a bit of chakra balancing or something like that, and maybe help bring you back into balance, because I think you're off at the moment. You're kind of knocked off your center a little bit, and really we need to get you back to your place of peace and power. Okay? All right.
All right. I'm up next. Michelle said she has a question regarding family.
Family. God.
It's wide open. We'll see what it says.
God, I love them. Well, you do love your family, of course.
The High Priestess is an interesting character. She could be seen as the head of the family. She is the energy of Binah, the highest sphere on the tree of life on the feminine side. So I feel this is a kind of paradox for you, that you have to take control and you have to drive the bus, but you have to let everybody think they're all driving their own bus.
Yeah.
So the High Priestess is a very special teacher, and she only answers those that ask the right questions. So I think you're in a really interesting space. I think that you have to be the one who is doing the planning, calling the shots, creating, doing all this kind of stuff, while still letting everybody else think they're in charge of themselves, even though you're really in charge of everything. So that's a lot on your shoulders, but I think calling upon the energy of the goddess, paying attention to the phases of the moon, and I'm not sure what your belief system is, but drawing energy from the divine feminine to help you stay in charge of the bus. That's what I would say about it. I don't see anything bad. I just see a lot of pressure on you. All right.
Darlene, I'm really sorry for spelling your name wrong when I just answered you there, but she says, oh my word, I needed that really, and you probably should have been much tougher. Chakras, eh? Thank you so very much. You're so welcome. And understand, we don't do this. I mean, for starters, speaking for me personally, I know it's not me talking. I just open my mouth and words
fall out from spirit.
Yeah, so it's sometimes we do need to hear things because, part of fixing things is to understand what's, there's something that needs fixing in the first place, Splashing around in denial isn't always the right way to go, is it?
Okay, this is for Julie Jules.
Hello, Julie Jules.
And it's your turn. What is going to go on in the immediate future?
Well, the sun will set.
It's already.
The temperature will fall.
No, her immediate future.
Oh, I see. Oh, 12. Her immediate future. Ha ha! I love this card. This is actually one of my absolute favourite cards, Julie Jules. The Ace of Pentacles. But this is indicative for your immediate future. You've got to get your ass out of your comfort zone. And where you're going, there ain't no path, you'll notice.
It's a great offer, but
we've got this terribly comfortable garden here with lovely flowers and all that sort of stuff. And you look closely at those flowers there, you'll notice they are foxgloves. Foxgloves, yes. Foxgloves, which you may or may not know, are digitalis, I think is the Latin name, from which we get digoxin, which is a heart tonic. It can slow up an irregular heart rhythm, and it can make it beat more powerfully, So this is, to me, Hoyle, heart, having the courage, that is heart, also the heart. Yeah. To actually get your ass out of that fence there, out of this comfortable garden, where it's all safe and all that wonderful stuff, and to actually get through that and start to, literally beat your own path, because there isn't one there. So you may be going into places, uncharted territory for you, and that might inherently be frightening, but I bid you Hoyle, as they say in Welsh. And Hoyle, his Hoyle Valor, simply means goodbye, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It means like, may you always have, may the sun always shine on your face, may the shadows be behind you, may you always have the wisdom of judgment to always listen to your better angels and not your demons, yeah? May you always, take the high path, may you always, do what's right, journey well, and may your journey be epic. That's what Hoyle actually kind of means. And so I bid you that. But you've got to get your ass out of that comfort zone to do it. All right, Julie Jules?
All right, next up is Sparky.
Hello, Sparky.
Sparky wanted a love question.
With a love, Doctor, baby.
Now this is an interesting answer. The tarot are fun because they're basically 4 kinds of questions. There's romance, finance, health, and spirituality.
Yeah.
So this card is known as the card of victory. So how would you apply that to love? Well, I'm going to talk about the picture a little bit because I think there is a special someone who is going to come that you can really blend your energy with,
Nice.
right? So you see the wreath. There's a wreath on the rider's head, and there's a wreath on the pole that he's carrying, on the wand that he's carrying. And usually this card would be about, financial stability, fertility, victory in a battle, rising above, that kind of thing. Success. But I think for you, that this is about success and being open to meeting the right person or allowing yourself to blend with the right person. And not lose your sovereignty, because I see the horse as Rhiannon, or the sovereignty of the goddess. So I think, Sparky, there's a blendship coming where you don't lose yourself, but you gain a great partner.
Okay. I love that. I've never heard you use a blendship.
Yep.
A blendship.
Okay.
What a cool.
All right. So Pam is up next.
Hello, Pam.
And she said, true, when I give readings for others, the words fall out from spirit, and then I can't really read for myself laugh out loud. We don't read for ourselves either. So what I would say, her question is, should I contact him? And I want to preface this by saying we are out of Mercury's shadow. However, Mercury is in Pisces. So we are in very high drama llama communications.
I did the F-bomb. I'm sorry.
High drama llama communication. Sorry. So don't take it personally, whatever this card is, because... All right, Pam, should she contact him?
Well, you've got the Five of Pentacles,
kicked him the F out, and now she's sorry.
So listen. Yeah. Why are you asking questions which you already know the answer?
Oh, dear.
Oh, bless.
Well, should she contact him? I'm
trying to do the Don Lemon face there, and it doesn't work.
No, she's saying she wants to avoid kicking him out. Okay. Well, then, I don't know. This is a really rough time for communications.
This is, and this is also about... I'm going to say to him, and then I'm going to throw this at Lisa, because I think she's got a deeper insight than me. Because what I will tell you is just basically what I see on this card. And this is a card very much about feeling disenfranchised. And the trouble is with disenfranchised individuals that passive aggression is the way that goes, because everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be recognized, and everybody's running away from this person here who's a leper. He has this bell around his neck so people can hear him coming and hide so they don't get leprosy, But who makes him wear that bell? Who? Nobody's chasing him around to make sure he wears the bell. He's making him wear it. So he's applying the badge, if you will, himself, and in some way wallowing within his own misery. That might sound really strange, but I think this is what we've got going on here. And, you want to, lead him away from this, but it's like you try to stick the key in the ignition, and lather, rinse, repeat. And it's very difficult, but I think we're dealing with some profoundly deep-seated self-esteem issues here. Now, I will stress that I don't have permission to read the individual that we're speaking about here, but you know better than I. And I will say that as a born healer, for you not to heal would be a denial of your personal truth. And the trouble with the need to heal, the need to do these wonderful things, they stem from the most incredible unconditional love of all. It seeks nothing in return. It doesn't look for recognition. It doesn't even need a name. Yeah. But the trouble with that is that when you mismanage, misconstrue, coalesce the energies of this unconditional love with a romantic love, you wind up attracted to damaged things. And I think that's what we've got going on here, if the truth be known. So this is, I could talk for half an hour and I don't think I can fix the problem for you. You want to add anything?
The only thing I wanted to add was this is a really important time not to hold the past against the future and not bring up old stuff. If it's painful, work to try to resolve stuff without digging up old stuff. I don't know why.
Erin says, "Is it no good to ask a second question?" I don't know how many questions.
I do have some. We do.
Up.
Well, no, she could ask a second question.
Yeah, go for it then. Why not? We haven't seen you in a while. It's
and,
you're allowed more than one question
a
year.
Well, we're a week out. We usually do this the third Wednesday, but we couldn't last week. We just couldn't do it.
As usual, things went for a ball of chalk.
So we only have 15 people watching, so that's good. We're going to get to everybody. Sometimes we have to turn people away. All right,
Sometimes we do.
This is Tracy. Will her financial situation change? Now, I'm going to look at the number because the number 8 is a fantastic number for abundance.
It is a good number.
And it's going to follow like the theme that we've said before about being hard on yourself. You may feel backed up against the wall right now. You may feel like there's just not enough money to go around, or that you feel in some way very stuck and very worried. I know about worrying, but we always say that worrying is manifesting in reverse.
True.
Because what we're saying to the universe is, what if blah, blah, blah happens? And the universe hears, oh, you want blah, blah, blah to happen? Hell no. But that's what we're focused on. So I want to answer your question by saying, if you can manage to stop worrying about the things you can't see and can't know and can't change, stop worrying about it. And move over to what I call intense planning, right? I've got plan A, and if something shouldn't happen with that, then I've got plan B, and if something shouldn't happen with that, then I've got plan C. So focus on intense planning. She says, my fiance was in an accident and lost his income. It's been very challenging. Okay, that's something you can't really do anything about. It was an accident. But you can start to make a plan, right? Is there a way to get compensation for this accident? Can you focus on healing your fiance and getting him back to a place where he could have a career again? You know, so intense planning, not worrying. Okay, this shit happened and it's awful. How are you going to fix it? Don't wallow in it. And when we look really close at this card, there are no swords in front of her. She could walk out of the situation. I'm not saying you're going to walk out on your fiance. I'm saying you're going to walk out of the wallowing poo into a much better place. So all you have to do, honestly, is the hardest thing in the world to do, which is stop worrying and start intense planning. So get out a paper, make a list of pros and cons. What can you do? How can you manage? What has to go? Those kind of thing. Yeah, Pam says, might be legal matters, whatever you can do. Intense planning, not worrying, and letting go of the things that you can't deal with.
So I want to add 2 cents to that, the perception side of things. And sometimes when we're embroiled in the difficulty of the situation, when we're right in the thick of it, it's very hard to see. You know, the old adage, when you're up to your ass in alligators, it's hard to remember your objective was to drain the swamp. You know, it's difficult, but. Okay, I'll get it with you. Yeah, but you just derailed me.
No, dude, I'm just reading your thing. Deal.
I'm trying to get who the hell am I talking about? Yeah, even a kick up the ass can be a step forward sometimes, and I think a lot of what you can really help with is reinforcing, instead of, you know, what a terrible loss and how hard all this is and what have you. Let's start to look at what can move from there, and you'd be surprised. You know, things are going to pan out, I think, a lot better than you think they are, honestly. So if we can change your perspective a little bit, as Lisa says, I think that will allow you to move forwards, to actually extricate yourself from this situation, which is not as bad as you perceive it to be. Yeah.
Okay. And I was just reading because Gilda said, I remember Lisa once told me, be a warrior, not a warrior.
That's
so
a
funny.
thought.
Okay.
TM.
I was trying to figure out what Aaron's second question is, but
Can you tell me about the loving partner that works out in my life? I would tell you that, but I'm gonna go.
No, okay. I read that question. I don't understand what it means.
Well, clarify, please.
Right. Can I tell her, is there going to be one? There already is one. How they work it? I need a little more specific.
All right. Well, we'll come back to you on that one then.
All right.
So just fill in the blanks a bit there.
This is for Lori.
Yes.
Who's saying, can you give her a card? She's going through a difficult time. And Samaj says, sometimes I'm more confused after asking the question. No, I think we're just confusing when we answer questions. But anyway.
That stays. The love that works out in my life that stays. Oh, you mean
is there going to be
one who is yet to be, who doesn't bugger off somewhere else? Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I think I'm with you now.
All right. So this is Lori going through a difficult time.
This too shall pass, kid. This is the victory card. Couldn't pick a better one. If I had to pick the most positive card in the deck, this is definitely it. They say it's always darkest before dawn. That's complete bull, actually, because there's such a thing as morning nautical twilight, and you can actually start to see the sky lighten before the sun rises. It's actually coldest before dawn, and I think that's what it is. We've got to the end of the night. It's not quite yet into the safety, and we can't quite feel the warmth of the sun yet. And it's that time where we're bitterly cold and we're tired and we're exhausted and we ran out of logs and we've been keeping a vigil to ensure that we stayed safe overnight, and we aren't quite yet into the safety of the sun, but this is telling me the sun is going to rise and you are going to be okay. This is an extraordinarily positive card.
So this is for
Positive.
Lori.
Yeah, positive. It is positive. This is the 6 of Wands.
Victory.
You don't get more positive than that. So yeah. And very much, I mean, the horse is even looking at you, so remember, straighten your crown. Yeah, straighten your crown a little bit.
Maintain your sovereignty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Create boundaries.
Let's bring the decorum and the poise back, and straighten the crown and dust it off and right, cup of tea, and let's get on with it.
Okay. All right. So now I have Aaron. That's why I wanted to clarify, because it was going to be my turn for Aaron.
Oh,
I wanted to know exactly what I was trying to answer.
I see. So I just lean over your
Samaj,
computer.
you get confused with the answers. Samaj, I get confused with the questions. All right.
I just get confused. It's me.
Oh, how funny.
What you got? There's a theme.
All right.
She just shuffled them as well.
So, Aaron, I think that this has to be somebody, again, that, I'll say the things I said before about it. It's somebody that you can allow a blendship with, but that you have to maintain yourself within the relationship. I feel like you're such a very, very good giver that you get taken. And that, you give of yourself, and then, you might be taken advantage of. So for some reason, I feel like the person who's coming into your life that's going to stay may be from a different culture. They may be Spanish or Italian. I don't know why I feel that, but they may speak a second language, or English might be their second language. I also feel that they are whole and complete on their own, that they have their own means, that they're not looking for you to take care of them in that way. And I feel that they're not, everybody says, I'm looking for my other half, but you're whole and complete on your own. You don't need another half. You are your own other half. And I also, for some reason, feel like this person is Cancerian, a very deep kind of emotional or emotionally available person. So that's what I have to say about that. And Pam says, "Oh, look,
Cancerians are sensitive.
Cancerians are sensitive." Pam says, "If we have time for a second round, tell me about the purchase of my house." So you get Pam again.
Well, usually what happens is you enter into a contract. So, what should we got? Oh, the Emperor. Yeah, I think a good survey is extraordinarily important here. Just rights of way and easements particularly is coming to me in this instance because just get your I's dotted and your T's crossed here. I think that's really important. Make sure the title is clean, if you know what I mean, and that there are no unfortunate encumbrances that pop out later, because I think this is very much about the recording of the domain, the official sort of area, if you will. That would be my two cents in there. I'll keep it well short. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So
usually we're doing like 50 questions.
Yeah, no, we take 40, and then we always end up scooching a couple extra in. Inspection. Well, the Emperor would make me think that there will be an inspection.
There
yes.
Should be.
All right. Savannah wants a card for career, and it's my turn, isn't it?
Yes. Oh. Yes. Opinions are like butter.
Exactly. Sometimes when we have the ability to do many things, we end up trying to force ourselves to do too many things at once. So I kind of want to say to you, Savannah, take your time and choose one thing that you know will make you very good money, so you don't have to worry about anything. And then choose one thing that you absolutely love that brings you joy. So narrow it down to like 2 things instead of 10 things, right? One that is a big money focus and the other that is your joy. And if you can do that and balance that, then I think there won't be such a struggle with career. But right now, this just seems to me like there are so many irons in the fire, and that you're very overextended, and it's just way too stressful to even focus sometimes.
You ain't got enough butter for the bread.
Yeah, clear the plate, and just pick 2, and then focus on those 2. One that you have to do because it makes you good money, and the other that brings you joy.
Sparky says thank you all so much, sending love and light. And Gilda would like a card for love. Will she find love again? She feels like she's
okay. I'll put her on the list. We're getting to the end now of our time.
To the end of our time.
Okay. So next is
of the broadcast, not of our time.
Karen, a general card for Karen, and it's your turn. And then I'll do
everybody wants to know about generals. I think they're overpaid.
General.
They decorated all the generals that fought the war behind the lines. There's a bloody theme here. Look, there's a theme here. Again, this is a very positive card, the Ace of Wands, and I think for you this is, I feel that there's a slightly different implication here for you. This is very much about, I think, sorting out your ideas. To me, I read, just slight tiny digression, wands are supposed to represent fire and swords are supposed to represent the element of air. That's the way they are portrayed traditionally within the Rider-Waite. However, we believe that that was a deliberate ruse put into the deck so that Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Colin Smith wouldn't break their oath of secrecy, so to speak. So there's a like obfuscation. You can't even say it in English. So I read the wands very much as air, and this is about ideas and inspiration. And the kingdom of air is very much about springtime, which is we are very much now in spring. Soon we will be at Albaniva, which is the height of spring, the spring equinox, the vernal equinox, where green bursts out all over. There's a lot of yod around this Hebrew letter yod, which is also about inspiration and
okay.
Yeah, these drops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So again, this is very much about perhaps getting the fire back in your head and really starting out to hatch some incredible plans. But, you know, there's a lot of religious books that say in the beginning was the word. You have to have an idea before you can have a word. So in the beginning is the idea, the thought. And I think really this is a time for you to maybe start rethinking your thinking. And I think this is going to open up so much for you. Potential as yet untapped. But let's get those creative juices going and let the winds of imagination fill your sails and carry you forward.
Okay. So Gilda wants love.
Well, apparently,
Well, she wants love.
when love comes to town, she apparently wants to catch the train. Or not. I don't know. Let's see. It's all about Leos.
It's all about Leos. Yeah, this is a did you see me kind of card. I think it's kind of giving you information saying that, you know, if you really want to find love, you have to do that. You have to find it. It's not necessarily going to come to you. So it's about investing in yourself and giving yourself the chance to find love. I know with COVID, it's been very difficult to go out and do things and be social and go places where you could meet someone. But you certainly could do some online dating or some research, Skyping different people, you know, join some sort of group of like-minded people and just see who's in it, you know, that maybe they have a meetup once a week on Zoom or something, and make time to invest in yourself, and then you'll find a good partner.
I'm gonna throw something out at you here. Gilda, there's something that you've always wanted to do but have never really done, and I think make the time to learn that skill, do that, go out and explore it, be it learning to cook in a particular way, learning to dance, learning to whatever, you know. But I think that's where you're going to, even if it's something as ludicrous as fencing, you know, whatever it is, I do believe that's where you're going to make that kind of interestingly magical connection. I think it's there for you, definitely.
All right, so Samaj is saying he's a little confused. He went back and re-listened to what we said.
Yes.
And he'd like a card for clarity about how we see his learning progressing. So since you read him first, I'll take this one. And then Diane said she wants a little clarification because her card was all these choices. So I'll take Samaj, and I'll see if I can do clarity about how his learning is going to progress. And then you take Diane.
All right.
And you don't have anybody else, because I think that.
Well, there's lots of people chiming in, but they're the same bunch. There's nobody new joined us.
All right, because I think we're past our hour, but we'll clarify for Samaj. Okay. It's great to share, but don't let others steal your thunder. I think, again, this is on this patience with yourself and giving too much. So this card is about somebody coming along while you weren't looking and taking things that belong to you. But we like to always point out that in the very back corner over here, there's a little army on their way to take care of things. So assemble your spiritual army, your guides and guardians. You know that there is a guardian angel for everything. So whatever it is you're trying to learn, speak to the guardian angel who is in charge of that. Whether it's the guardian angel that's in charge of healing or tarot or whatever divination you're working on, or any particular thing, speak to the guardian angel that's in charge of that. Let them do their job and protect that part of you. It's very much okay to keep up with that karmic energy as you learn, teach, right? So part of what we do is we give back. But again, set a little boundary there, Samaj, and don't let somebody take more than you're offering just because they think they can. But I think you're going to have that fire in the head. It's going to click.
I would also add, I think there's 2 books that you should read. An Initiation into Hermetics by Franz Barden and The Golden Dawn by Israel Regardie.
Oh, there you go.
And I think this is going to really broaden your perspective quite dramatically and have you perhaps even revisit the way you've been thinking things. I think that's quite useful for you.
All right. So, Linda, I would put you on as the last person, but I need a question. Because we're kind of past our time. But Diane wants a little clarity about where the focus of the decisions might be. Good luck.
I'll keep asking the question. Well, you see, now this is I love this card. Doing all right, getting good grades makes us that bright. You've got to wear shades, girl. The problem's actually behind you, curiously enough. So move forwards. Do not turn the horse around and re-engage that wall. Move forwards. This is very much the card which is so pertinent in timing right now, because this would be March 21st. This card, even though portrays Mabon ab Modron, which is, Mabon, the autumnal equinox, the timing on this card actually is at 0 degrees Aries.
Well, the opposite, yeah.
The opposite,
yeah.
the other equinox. So for you, all right, if you're having difficulty working out what is the right thing to do here, there's an acid test question you can ask. And that is, am I actually coming at this from a place of love? Yeah? If it's anything but that, do that loop back, no returns to before the question, until such time as you can actually come at it from a place of love. Because if you're coming at it from a place of frustration, anger, fear, internal disquiet, fear, I should probably mention fear. If you're coming at it from there, it's not going to pan out as it should. You're not going to get what you really need from this. So the acid test, am I coming at this from a place of love? Because it's you have to make this decision. Nobody can make it for you. Nobody can make it for you. And if it seems bewildering that there is so much that's around you that you desperately need clarity with, just, write it down, work it out, bit at a time, Oh, it's gross, I know, but eat the elephant toenail by toenail. You've got to like
a little bit of time.
Tiny little things. Don't be overwhelmed.
For clarity about where the decisions have to be made, probably everywhere. Life is all about choices, but choosing wisely was the card. So that's your acid test. If it comes up in love life, are you coming at this from a place of love? If it comes up with family, career, living arrangements, health, whatever happens, Diane, come at it with love in your heart, and you'll make the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I asked Linda. Linda said, could I have a question? And I said, yes, but you'll be last. So, Linda, if you're still there and you want a question asked, this is your last go.
This is it, because we're 10 over, aren't we?
So please spread the word. We would love to get to 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. It's a goal we have to be able to make things a little bit easier.
Yes.
And we are going to do our best in March to do a lot more lives.
Yes,
we're going to probably have a morning show Monday through Friday, and we have a lot of other things.
We're just putting the finishing touches.
Yeah, we have a lot of other things planned.
We have some cunning plans.
We have somebody working with us now to do marketing and PR, and we're just, we are so over this damn COVID.
We are.
But it's going to be okay. We will get there. We will do it. That's right, Smush. Thank you so much. All right. Well, Diane, you're very welcome. And I hope things go well for you. And I hope that everybody understands whatever we said tonight probably applies to everybody here. Come at things from a place of love. Be patient with yourself. Know that you're whole and complete on your own. Ask your angels. Focus on the positive. Be the warrior, not the worrier.
Oh, it's just thank you for the bottom of my heart. Blessed be.
Okay. Blessed be
YouTube.
everybody.
Well, thank you.
We are
Yeah.
going to do Witches Tea Party live once a month.
Yes, we are.
It's probably going to be the third Wednesday.
It's supposed to be.
You know,
if we don't have.
God is willing.
This year's been entertaining, shall we say? It's that Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. But Yama Ohid, we are still here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you so very, very much.
Blessed be. Have a wonderful week and weekend. And this Saturday is Psychic Fair at the shop.
Psychotic Fair.
So it's 12 to 5. Readings are $10 for 10 minutes. And we have 5 readers on. So if you want a little more clarity for something, then you can make it in.
And we got some cool stuff you need to come in and see.
All right.
Come and see us. All right. We love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Say goodbye, Lisa.